Alright, welcome to whatever episode this is of, Heroes of Nilfenburg. Um, will somebody like to recap what all you were doing?
So, we were having a much longer and more interesting siege than recent television shows. No, we weren't. We were having a much longer siege in terms of time to adjudicate it, but it was actually fairly straightforward. Dungeon crawling through a castle in order to shut the magic portal that would make the enemy army turn to dust, as was the style at the time. We've managed to do that now and kill some cultists and some elves that may or may not be part of the cult, may or may not have been foreshadowed by the arrow that may or may not have been fired as a warning shot at people who may or may not have been us. Now we have to close the portal using an as yet unspecified ritual that will take approximately too long to do in combat. Have I missed anything?
No. No, that seems to have covered it. At the end of last session, Phil Sticker declared that he was going to cast a magic circle before the ritual began. Which he has drawn in the, on the map. As a crude, circle with the word swamp in the middle of it, surrounded by squiggly lines. Phil Sticker, Phil Sticker, would you like to explain to the rest of everyone what it is that is?
No.
Okay, Sala, please tell everyone what that is.
Alright. Sorry, that was a clever ruse to get me time to find it in the book. Oh, there it is! So, Filster has drawn up a magic circle with a mixture of powdered silver and iron. That's why it's red.
Mm-hmm.
I guess those runes are glowing, it says. However, fiends cannot enter this circle. So he tells them that it's a, magical ward against fiends. He can't make it against elves.
So sad.
Unfortunately, they can get inside with like a teleportation and a charisma save.
Mm-hmm. So while Phil Sticker is creating his magic circle, Lucas flips through the book that he was given, and he finds instructions, which include some chanting and magic words which he can speak to command the portal to close. He is aware that it will take quite some time to complete, and that in the process will potentially attract the additional attention from the other plane.
Yeah, he's definitely waiting on this magic circle. That seems like a really good idea. We should all be in the circle.
10 minutes.
I'm trying to. I can't find my token. I'm not sure where it is.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I looked in the previous areas we were in, and he wasn't there as far as I saw. Unless I missed it.
Maybe it's beneath another token. Let's try getting everyone else.
I found it. I put it off into a GM shaded area.
Oh,
when you weren't here. There's Silas. He was here all along.
Yes.
I think you were here, Silas, to deal with those elves.
Wow, Bort is almost dead. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Bort got shot in the eye.
If you hadn't saved Bort, I don't know what would have happened. Besides that he would have died.
You only get 3 characters before you get kicked off the show.
Kildrak?
At this point, I'm not sure I'd make a new character.
Fair.
Kildrak, are you going to stand outside of the circle, or do you want to move inside with everyone else?
I will move inside. Sorry, my thing was muted.
Coward.
Alright. You can't call anyone a coward for making use of the magic circle that you made.
He just has to acknowledge that he is also a coward.
Okay, I suppose that's fair. I want to read Magic Circle real quick. So let me just bring it up here.
All of the arrows they shoot at us have disadvantage.
Yes, can't willingly enter. Disadvantage on attack rolls. Can't charm you or frighten you or possess you. It doesn't seem to have any effect on their ability to cast spells at you.
No, there's probably something. Let me reread the whole thing while you reread the whole thing.
We can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. They have disadvantage to attack us. But yes, otherwise spells would be an effective way to come at this.
Okay. Very good. So okay, Lucas sees that in the annotations for this ritual he is about to begin, that the ritual can be aided if anyone makes appropriate prayers alongside the chanting. Additionally, more voices joining in the arcane chanting or the prayers will speed the process. Effectively, this is going to be a bit of a skill challenge, where Arcana or Religion are the most appropriate skills.
That makes sense.
I feel like in some ways Lucas is like the wrong wizard for this job, but he'll make it work.
Yes. He's a wizard who isn't proficient in Arcana.
No, he's a cartographer who does magic.
Yes. Yes.
He's very good at history and investigation.
Yes. Well,
unfortunately, all the other wizards don't exist.
Yes. Fortunately, all the other wizards aren't here.
Yeah, I mean, let's not ignore this. He is a 5th level wizard. That's not nothing.
Yeah. So okay. Lucas, I assume, is going to be beginning the process. Who wishes to aid him?
I actually could.
Discord likes to silently crash on me.
Silas has like a 4 in religion. It's just never come up.
I mean, technically, Kildrak could probably help, except my Arcana and Religion are both 2.
Bort is probably not going to be able to help. No.
What are we doing? Pairing or none?
Can Phil Sticker roll Arcana good?
Or Religion good?
No, but he's got a +4 on Religion.
Well, then his religion's as good as mine, and also as good as my arcana. So
And
I've got a
mine
6
too.
deception. Can he lie about his beliefs and close the portal?
Use inspiration, I think.
Yeah. If you guys have inspiration, that is an option.
Primus is great. I love Primus.
Can my bardic
could-
inspiration help on this? I don't think it can.
It can aid to a skill check. Yes.
all right, then I will get this
All
thing
right.
started. I'm gonna roll.
Then I'm gonna give a bardic inspiration at someone.
I'll take that, and I'll roll that Arcana check with that bardic inspiration.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna use my other inspiration too, so I'm like super inspiration.
Did I use my inspiration last session?
All right, 19.
19.
Oh, wait, that was supposed to be a D8, wasn't it?
I think so. He's 5th level.
Yeah, mine's a D8.
Damn. All right, this is probably going to be worse, but them's the breaks. 16.
Okay. It's still enough for one success. Okay, successes, failures. 1 success acquired. So Lucas is reading the magic words from the book that he was given to him by Saint Amelia. He's speaking the language of magic, and he it isn't too hard for him to pull this off, as he has the words written in front of him. He's not having to invent this ritual. And is anyone doing anything at the same time?
I mean, I guess I'm singing or something.
Bort's holding his arm on. Or whatever
Yes.
bits of him are not quite as attached as they should be.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So Kildrak, what do you have in mind for this skill challenge?
I just mean that I'm probably doing that to inspire Lucas.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, not that that's going to help
Mm-hmm.
directly. I mean,
Right. So is anyone?
Buddha, Kata Buddha.
Sala? Use
I
your
guess
words.
I'm chanting and singing too.
Okay.
I did use a word.
The only word I understood was Buddha, I think.
A Buddha Katabura.
Oh. Okay. So you are you're reading from the book as well?
Yeah.
Mimicking Lucas? Then
Yes.
you may make an Arcana check to pronounce the words correctly.
Okay.
Okay. That's another success.
in fact, he apparently reads them better than Lucas.
He mocks the accent successfully.
Mm-hmm. And Silas, did you were you going to aid?
Yeah, I was.
Mm-hmm. So you're using religion. You can strengthen the efforts with prayers. But I'm curious, to which god or gods does Silas appeal?
Probably to Primus, not out of personal belief, but because that seems like the best thing to support Lucas and what he's doing. And I figure he would have known or picked up like the appropriate like words or symbols to do that.
Sure. The gaze of Primus is apparently acquired, as that is another success towards the completion of the ritual.
Maybe there's multiple Primuses and you have to get a lot of Primuses on.
There's only one Primus. It is the nature of Primus.
Why wasn't he already here?
Look, it's busy being an omnipresent deity.
Pray for yourselves, says Amelia.
Ixa, you've been quiet.
Which is mostly because of technical problems, but not entirely.
Mm-hmm.
Ixa is not trained in religion or arcana, so there's not much she can really do to help, so she's just kind of watching nervously.
All right then. So
Throw a bottle of holy water into the portal.
So after about about 10 minutes go by, and the portal is starting to hum and vibrate and shift in color, and you can tell that it's working. It's almost there. It's starting to shrink, and you believe that you were perhaps seconds away from completing the ritual. But as you approach the end, you hear sounds in abyssal coming, or voices, foul voices on the other side of the portal, and creatures jump out of the portal, and land on both sides of the party. No, I sent them to the map layer like dummies. I moved the entire map.
Control Z.
Control Z.
Yeah.
I did it again.
Control Z.
I'll do them one at a time. So trying to drag and...
We maybe should have passed around the potions before we started this ritual.
Yeah, probably. That probably would have been wise.
Definitely.
Looking there. So creatures leap from the portal, and surround the party. Philsticker's magic circle will be tested, it seems. Roll initiative.
I believe the magic circle is in front of me.
Yes.
Oh, wait, nope, sorry, I just had the wrong option clicked. Did that work? Yes.
Yeah.
I'll try and...
I made it in too many
Yes,
parts. It's inconvenient.
Yes, it is. But it's okay. We love it anyway.
It is nice.
I'm just popping everyone to the front so that they'll be on top of, so that their tokens will be on top of the magic circle instead of underneath it. Yeah. All right. So at this point, demons are going to start coming out of the portal. On your turn, you may as an action offer prayers or Arcana checks to continue trying to close the portal. You are presently sitting at 3 successes. You need 6 successes before you get. If you get 3 failures, something big will come through. Each smaller failure, something small will come through. For failures 1 and 2. Every time the portal, which is at initiative 0, every time its turn comes up, that will be an automatic failure.
So I'm immediately going to play the Pipes of Haunting on my turn, to maybe give us a bit of breathing room so that everyone else can try to close the portal.
Okay. But it is Ixa's turn.
Yes, I'm just informing.
Yes. Reasonable.
Right. So offering prayers will be making a religion roll.
Yes.
Okay. That means Ixa is probably not going to be useful for that. Did we know the DC for that? Did you tell us?
No, I
Okay,
didn't tell you.
Okay.
My internet might have been crapping out, but now it worked.
Yeah, okay. She's got +1 in that, so. I think she's gonna cast Aid. So I can choose 3 people to give 5 extra HP and max HP to for 8 hours. Might have been a good thing to cast before now.
Okay. Yeah.
She will choose herself, Bort, and I'm waffling between Silas and Lucas. Lucas needs HP more than Silas, but Silas is more likely to get hit. I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she'll just give it to Lucas just to be safe.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Right.
So that's Bort, Lucas, and who was the third one?
Herself.
Herself. Okay.
Because she only has 10 HP before that.
Okay.
Bort is apparently not supposed to leave his circle, so since the enemies are not in range yet, he is going to shoot with his heavy crossbow.
Okay.
Unless he can move up to the that closest main without leaving the circle. In which case he would.
I think unless you have a reach weapon, you would have to leave the circle, but leaving the circle just means that you don't get the protection of the circle.
What is the protection of the circle?
They cannot enter the circle, and if they have any ranged attacks, they have disadvantage.
Actually, I think just attacks, but let me double check that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Any attacks, but like if they can't enter the circle, they can't claw you inside the circle.
That's fair.
Right. I'll go ahead and shoot the heavy
But if they
crossbow.
had a spear or something.
Let them come to me. That didn't even hit anyway, probably.
No, these things are these are just like walking, shambling
Abominations.
abominations of rotting flesh. Yeah, they're easily hit. You definitely hit them with a 12.
Oh, okay. That's a really terrible roll, but 5 piercing.
Yeah, not enough to kill. But yes, Bort shoots one of the demons and it lets out an abyssal yell of pain. Kildrak.
Ungodly wail.
Yes. Kildrak, it is your turn.
Wait, so they can't enter the circle?
They cannot enter the circle, yes.
But if we're standing, for instance, where I am, can they hit me from the tile next to it?
If they had weapons, these things only have claws. And
So they can't. Okay.
yeah, I'm ruling that since they can't enter the circle, they can't stick their hand in the circle, so they can't claw you with their hand.
Okay. So given that, and given that two people have already gone without doing anything about the portal, I'm going to try and roll, I don't know, Arcana
Sure.
and try and read from the thing.
Sure. Yeah.
And I am going to burn inspiration on this.
Wise.
Let's see. Actually, one sec. Can I also give myself Bardic Inspiration? It's a bonus action. I don't know what you're considering interacting with the
I
portal.
believe you can't give yourself bardic inspiration. And that's like one of the big things about the College of Swords is that you can you
creature
can
other than
benefit-
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. So given that, can I still give it to someone else as a bonus action?
Sure. Yes.
Okay.
Doing something to close the portal just takes your normal action.
Okay, I just wasn't sure what you were considering that. So,
Yes.
in that case, I'm going to burn my inspiration to roll Arcana to try and read the words, and I hope that works.
It does.
Okay,
Barely, but it does.
I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give who's going to, I guess, Lucas?
Probably, yeah.
Sure.
You want it? Okay,
I was thinking
I'll
about
give.
throwing my human inspiration on it too, because I'm thinking if we get a high enough roll, it might be worth more than 1 point, but I'm not sure.
If you're going to use your human inspiration, do you want the bardic inspiration, or should I give it to like Silas or Phil Sticker?
Do either of them want to do the ritual?
I mean, if both of us, I just got it. If you get it too, then that's only one more success.
Does Phil Sticker want to do the ritual? Is he doing it right now?
Philsticker's gonna start praying next.
Okay,
All right,
then
then
I'll
you
give
get
it to Phil Sticker. So that's a plus 1d8 on yours.
Okay.
Okay. So Silas, it is your turn.
Alright, since they were taking care of that, he's gonna toss a javelin over at this one here.
Okay. Okay. So Silas, your javelin arcs up and then comes down and impales the demon through its head, and it falls and evaporates in a cloud of abyssal energy,
Good.
which warps immediately up and in back through the portal.
Good. And then the second one from the extra attack will go to, let's say, this one.
Okay. Well, that's a hit as well. Wounding, but not killing.
Alright.
Lucas's turn.
All right.
Unless Silas wants to move.
No, I'm good.
Or as a bonus action or anything.
Lucas is determined to seal the rift.
A good thing to be determined about. But not when you roll like that. So that is...
Guess I should have given you the inspiration.
So that is... That is a failure.
We say that, but 9 is, well, I guess 5 is a pretty low roll, but Phil Sticker might still roll like a natural 1. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
this is still the right play, even if it didn't necessarily work out for us.
Yes.
Move action. Lucas will ready one of the potions for Bort to be able to drink as an action on his turn.
Okay. Yes, and some screeching and howling, and more of the creatures come through the portal, and begin continue surrounding you and waiting, trying to find a way to get at you, despite the magic circle. Oh, the turn for the creatures. The one that Silas threw through the javelin at picks up this table, comes over here and hurls it at Silas.
Yeah.
Which it has disadvantage because you're inside the magic circle. So 3 does not hit you.
It does not.
This one comes up over here and picks up the chair, and chucks it into the circle at trying to hit Lucas. But it rolls a 1. Don't need to make the second roll there. This one comes over here, picks up this corpse of an elven archer, and chucks the corpse into your magic circle at Kildrak. Failing to do any harm to you, but elven
The
blood.
hell? Why'd you throw a corpse at me?
Elven blood and viscera go everywhere in the magic circle.
That part is correct and as it should be, but still.
I'm surprised they're not trying to throw the I shouldn't say the sorcerer, because there's bits of sorcerer, plenty of ammo. If any of it is like in a state that it could be picked up.
You have to give them a break. They have an intelligence stat of 3.
Right.
And the other one's just arrived, so I won't give them actions just yet. Bill Sticker, it's your turn.
So Filsticker begins. He's bored of reading the words. It's far too easy. He seeks a greater challenge. He's going to pray to the god that gives him magical powers.
All right.
Well, the godling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Grandfather Rock, please throw us some power like you threw that goddamn dragon. I'm sure the people will be much more amenable to swamps being built when they know that you helped close the demon hell portal. This would really be good for our public relation.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what do you mean swamps built?
Quick, make your religion check. Wow, it's 22.
23.
23. Yes, 23. A slight blue tinge appears around the portal as the portal is forcibly compressed just a little bit more. It's almost there. Just one more push, and the portal will be closed. but likewise, more creature, but at the same time, even more of the creatures come pouring out. The and two clawed black like beetle, like a beetle, shiny and exoskeleton-y hands appear inside the portal as it's trying to close, and something is trying to pull its way through. Something powerful. Ixa.
Okay, so just did I heard that correctly? There's something monstrous trying to.
Yeah, something monstrous is trying to get through the portal.
Okay, and it's where Ixa could attack it, right?
If she threw a javelin.
Okay, well she's got her bow, but yeah, she's gonna
Her
try
bow,
shooting
yeah.
it with her bow.
You can try shooting one of the hands.
And that is what she shall try.
17 hits.
5 damage.
All right. -5. Yeah. Her arrow strikes the hand of the creature, and it reacts, shifting its hand and still trying to get through. Bort.
Bort's going to attack one of the mains as per. Actually, is that main close enough that I could hit it without leaving the circle?
It's kind of unclear where the boundaries of the circle are, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Maul time. More maul time. That was worse.
The first one actually hits, though. These things only have an AC 9.
Wow.
They have no natural armor and a -1 dexterity.
Well, I think it's gone.
Yeah. Bort comes in and annihilates the initiative holding monster. Oops. There we go. Fixed. And it screams and dissipates into red mist, which gets sucked up into the portal. Anything else from Bort?
That was pretty much all they could do.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, no more from
Kildrak.
Bort.
Okay. I really don't want to fail, so I'm not going to do the thing. I am going to use my bonus action to give someone inspiration, and I'm also going to introduce that monster next to me to my axe.
Okay.
It's introduced.
It's
Makes
dead.
very quick friends.
Yes.
And
Lifelong
give,
friends, even.
Inspiration, my last one, to Lucas, Phil Sticker. Which one of y'all wants it? Or Silas? I think you had a highish one.
I did add a 4.
Toss
You've
it
got
at Silas then. That makes sense.
Okay. Silas, you take it.
Makes sense.
It's
And
a
then
D8.
good. We'll see if I need it first before I use it.
Nope.
Yeah, probably not, unless there's another bonus for like getting over 20.
Mhm. If you get over 25, I was giving a bonus. But
See, because that's possible then.
okay. So you now have 7 out of the 6 successes that you need.
Too much, you fail.
The the portal shudders, and Silas was still trying to invoke the aid of Primus. Yes.
Right, that was the plan still.
So the portal shivers and quakes, and it turns the same blue as Grandfather Rot's eyes, and a sound of ticking like a massive clock overwhelms the air, and the portal freezes in position, and then blinks out of existence, and the sky returns to normal, and as the portal shrinks and closes out of existence, the black exoskeleton fingers are sliced off by the closing portal, and the fingers fall to the ground in the courtyard. And at the same time, all of the demons begin one by one letting out a scream, and they return to red mist and dissipate, and all the demons here vanish, and if you can see any of the battle from here, the enemy army likewise dissipates. And probably the next thing you hear is the distant shouting and cheers of the human survivors, as
Which are a lot more than was expected.
as the battle is over. The day is won.
How many
Lucas
Motrons
relaxes
survived?
visibly.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Lucas?
Lucas relaxes visibly. Also, I don't think any Modrons took any casualties.
Okay, good. That's the important part. That's what I was worried about.
Well, why? They would just go home to their home plane.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah,
That
like
might-
you're
Must be so
you're-
They have
inconvenient.
diplomatic immunity. You have to just deport them.
Yes.
Although I guess most of the soldiers also went to the Modrons' home planes when they died, so it's not that different.
they can't come back though.
They might
Not
come
without
back as
some-
Modrons.
Yes, but but by going there, they are fundamentally changed, and they like slowly become like part of the
That's true.
plane or something. I don't know. I was always fuzzy on that part of the D&D
We have
afterlife.
successfully prevented any changes to the world, thus living up to Primus's legacy. Good work, everyone. But back in
Yay.
character, Lucas is visibly relaxed, and he's gonna do a little bit more work to try to pass potions out to people who look like they're on the edge of death. He will practically insist that Bort drink one. No, in fact, he will insist.
I think so was mine one too.
Bort will happily take one since he knows by now, hopefully, that they are that they come back.
Yes. So 11 hit points for Bort.
That's a kind of a disappointing potion.
Well, it's only a second level spell, right?
Yeah. Sure.
I
And
mean,
I'm a
it's
wizard,
better
not a
than
cleric.
none.
What's good about it is that I could theoretically leave it in Bort's pocket and he could drink it on its own. But otherwise, it is much weaker than Cure Wounds, as it should be. I am a
Right.
wizard.
Yes.
But we'll give the other one to Ixa since there was a request. Ixa can have 16.
It's very appreciative of that.
Yes. Yes. So as you are visibly relaxing and catching your breath, some of you may note that there is a faint glow coming from the sword on the belt of the pile of mush that used to be the conjurer.
Bort will go
It
and
must be
grab
hot.
it.
Could you not, Lucas will say, and he'll get his pearl from its satchel and dust it off and breathe on it.
I mean, I could not, but why not?
Because I can tell what it is from here, and we might do that before you touch it.
That makes sense, I suppose, but it
It
seems
might
like
be hot.
It might very well be. It could carry all manner of curses. Best be careful.
So
And stay in the circle.
yeah. So what's the casting time on identify?
As a ritual, it's like gonna take him like half an hour, I think.
All right. So he's doing that
Yeah,
now.
I'm not leaving this circle.
Like 15 minutes, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, you cast it. It's a moon-touched longsword.
How does it work?
I don't remember, because I wrote this 2 weeks ago.
Let's Google it. Aha.
Well, it's about to
The
be a
one from
Bort-touched
Xanathar, right?
longsword.
Oh yeah. That's why I can't find it. It's in Xanathar's. When you find it before me, feel free to read it aloud.
Will do. If I do.
Moon-touched sword. In darkness, the unsheathed blade of this sword sheds moonlight, creating bright light in a 15-foot radius, and dim light for an additional 15 feet. But basically, it's a +0 magic sword. That also sheds light. This one, though, is decorated with elven runes. And I would like Lucas to make a history check if he looks at it.
He is looking at it, of course, through the duration of that, so he will make that history check right now.
Ooh, wow. You get to learn almost everything. Okay. So the sword's name is, in Elvish, is, is this,
It has no name.
Ninor, which means sorrow.
Nienor, probably.
Mm-hmm. You know that this sword was held by an elven hero who slew a young red dragon in the year 1150 of the Nilfenburg calendar that was threatening the Greyflower Woods, and who later committed suicide with this sword after an accident took his wife of 333 years. The blade, Sorrow, then passed into the hands of a noble elf family. but you cannot recall the name of that family.
Lucas will relay this to everyone else. And say, so be cautious, wielding your sorrow as a weapon, or you will surely come to folly with it. There's a moral here somewhere, I'm sure, he pondered. But either way, it should be valuable to whatever elven family ostensibly owns it, or shameful, I suppose, considering where we found it.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, there's a gold ring on his body. It's a very fine golden ring with a large garnet set into it.
There's a repeat that.
A fine golden ring with a large garnet set into it. It's worth it's worth 500 gold pieces.
That is not magical.
Non-magical.
All right. Could I try using stone cutting on it?
Sure.
It is a big fucking rock. Only a 13.
13. It's elf made.
Really? I never.
Gold was probably gathered from one of the rivers in the Greyflower Woods.
Fair enough. I guess I'll take it. It's worth a decent amount of money. Of course, I'm not going to sneak thief it or anything. Though I suppose I could try, but not worth it.
The bronze crown of branches worn by each elven archer are also clearly valuable.
All right, two bronze branch crowns adding to the list.
So while you're identifying the sword, the army of law is and Saint Amelia are approaching the castle and moving to surround it. Unsure what the exact situation is inside, but assuming it's favorable. Some men come around the side of the castle where you guys are standing on this balcony. You could potentially call down to them.
Hello, Lucas.
We're not leaving this circle.
We did not clear the entire castle, so be careful.
We will take note of that.
We will stay up here until someone reaches us, just so there's no incidents.
Very good. We'll pass this along.
Luke seems pleased with that, as it will mean we are not going to loot every room in this castle while the army comes up and pretend like nothing happened.
But I wrote down all of this loot.
This is just like the wizard school tower.
I don't remember encountering any loot in that. I remember is trying to find loot and finding infinite marbles.
That was different.
It's the same.
There was stuff in all those rooms, but I foolishly put a path that went right to where you were going.
Well, we'll have to talk about that more tomorrow. But yes, so the low-level paladins and soldiers, musketeers, come through the front of the castle, and begin searching the place. There's a few screams as the assassin vines that had taken over the garden you didn't find try to strangle a few people to death, but with numbers, they're able to overcome that relatively easily. And the closet that was hiding in the library would have got sucked back to hell, so that does not appear that wouldn't be a problem. And no additional cultists are found.
We killed all of them, or at least we killed all of them who didn't have the good sense to run when we were killing everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well,
go ahead
once
and reveal some of the rooms. You guys can see the map since you have time now to explore if you like. But
does anything, as he's exploring, does anything stick out as particularly valuable to Bort?
I'll take a look in a moment. Once I'm done, this is the library and kitchen's down there. Let's see. So if he searches the bodies of the fanatics, one of them has a black pearl on a string, which he knows is valuable.
All right.
You already found the ceremonial dagger, I believe, and the
does anyone seem to
gold bracelet.
The objection. Yeah. How much was the bracelet worth again? I don't know if you
25.
told us. 25.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so should I be recording this loot, or was someone else doing it?
I have the gold bracelet.
All right, I'll have the branches I've added, and I'll add the rest of this then. The garnet
I
ring.
know Filsticker snatched the ceremonial dagger.
Filsticker snatched the dagger. Okay.
All right,
it's probably just on his belt.
Was it magic?
You know, he'll ask Lucas.
I'd have
later.
probably run the wand of magic detection over all of this loot.
Mm-hmm. If you did, the dagger didn't ping.
All right, yeah.
It's fit to be
I was
turned
about to
into.
Say I've got a 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you told me that specifically.
Yeah, it would be a good starting piece to make an enchanted item, but it itself.
All right, yeah, no,
is
you
not.
can't just have that. It's worth like hundreds of gold pieces.
Yeah.
Oh.
What was its value again? Should be added in. You can buy it from the
500.
Yeah. Let's see. So there's a library in this in the how do I do the thing again? There we go. There's a library in here. If anyone does anyone? It's been ransacked though.
Kildrak is going to search the library.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
All right.
Oh, right, I'm bad at that.
Can I help him?
Uh-oh.
Yes. So he's
Excellent.
Okay, 19. Um, a lot of there used to be quite a collection of books here, but they were all torn apart by some sort of demon earlier. Um,
Assholes.
3 books remain mostly unscathed, and would have value either as a book or for resale. And hidden under one of the books, under that had been completely ruined, is an intact magnifying glass.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Bort, while you are looting the kitchen, or the kitchen and the dining room, you find a golden goblet in the dining room. And in the kitchen, there's an iron box. Or in the dry goods storage, there's an iron box with 500 copper pieces. In the kitchen.
All right. That's like 5 gold.
We should maybe leave that.
Bort's strong. Bort can carry it.
You suspect that was probably money that the servants of this place used when buying food, doing individual grocery shopping or something, or maybe belonged to the servants. It's unclear.
All right. Well, unfortunately, they're all dead, and the money isn't going to be benefiting them very well.
There was a loot in the garden.
Was the loot magic?
No.
All right.
But it is a musical instrument worth 35 gold pieces.
It has been looted.
All right.
In the
Nice.
master bedroom, there is somebody can roll investigation if you want to search the master bedroom.
All right. Did somebody record the 300 copper or
500.
The 500 copper, yes. I recorded it as 5 GP in an iron box. Just to make it seem even pettier. If someone convinces Lucas that this is a good idea because everyone in this castle is dead, he could be persuaded to do that investigate check, but they might just want to do it themselves.
right? I guess I will try and roll investigate to. Do I need to pick like a particular room to investigate, or just can I investigate the entire castle? Give it an extra look over.
I was specifically asking for investigating the master bedroom and associated study.
Okay, then I will investigate that.
Okay.
I'm gonna do bad, but never mind.
All right. Well, first, obviously and unmissably so, is that the master bed has a full set of bedding materials, in many individual pieces which are made of fine silk, and while it be heavy and cumbersome to take with you, it would be quite valuable.
Bort absolutely does not care about things being heavy or cumbersome. He is a poor man and also a former thief. He is more than willing to do whatever is necessary.
In the study, though, you find a felt mask with silver thread. Looks like was from some sort of masquerade that the Lord had attended in some years ago. It might be valuable to the right buyer. A value of about 25 gold pieces. And there's a potion.
A potion.
Mm-hmm.
I will bring that for investigation.
Well, I believe how this works now is you sip it, but I could be mixing additions. How would you like to proceed on this?
Well, I suppose that Bort is the kind of madly bold person who would take a sip of a random potion.
I'm not sure what Bort could learn from sipping it, considering he's not like an alchemist or an arcanist or.
I'm a little bit poisoned. I'm kind of flying.
Fair enough then.
I mean,
Bort-
tasting it seems like something Lucas could do because he is an artificer.
That's reasonable, I guess. Bort will take it to someone who can actually do something useful. And then hopefully they will do something useful.
Apparently, in the DMG, just looking it up, you can sip. If you sip a potion, you get like a very small version of an effect. So if you sip a poison, you take 1 damage. If you sip a healing potion, you just feel a little bit better. You realize it's a healing potion. If you sip a potion of invisibility, like you flash invisible for a split second and revisible, or that sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, in that case, Bort
Your
will
fingers
take
turn
the
invisible.
sip because he is the kind to not care if it
All right.
causes him ill.
All right. Well, Bort, as Bort takes a sip, his brain feels a little fuzzy and open, and he feels more empathetic to everyone around him. It's a potion of mind reading.
Oh my. Oh, mind reading.
Yes. Mind reading.
May as well sell it. Lucas can craft one of those when we need it.
Very well. How much is it worth?
I have no idea.
I'm just checking quickly. It is rare, so quite a bit.
All right.
Yes. So searching the rooms. That is the treasure that you find.
Minimum 500 gold pieces, up to 5,000, depending on how rare or how much of a potion discount KSB feels like this world should have.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna mark down 500 because it is a potion.
Mm-hmm.
They're usually at the lower end, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they're single use. So the soldiers have you've done your looting, and the soldiers have cleared out the dangers, and Saint Amelia comes to Lucas. She looks a bit tired. It has been a long day. But she smiles. Says, "I knew you would do it."
It certainly went well, and I'm certainly glad that worked out. Balearica was telling me that the fight wasn't looking as good as we might have hoped.
Well, I didn't expect us to win, but I think we were holding our own.
The losses were few enough that I could certainly call this a victory. Of course, we still have the other matter to attend to afterwards, one that is similarly dire to this one.
Oh yes, the artifact. I believe that will be much more easily accomplished, though. And then, of course, we must return to the capital to celebrate our victories. I expect there will be a parade.
Lucas will look to the others to gauge various levels of non-support for that before agreeing. even though nobody in the party probably wants to.
Kildrak is excited
Filster
about
is
a parade.
frowning. Filster waddles up, holding a book in his hand.
Yes, Vilsticker.
Does anyone read Elvish?
I dabble. I wouldn't say I'm at native fluency. Take a look.
Yes,
I
the presence of the elves here is somewhat intriguing. This blade that we recovered from the priestess is a somewhat famous blade. They call it the Blade of Sorrow, or as the elves would say it, Nienor. As it once belonged to an important elf noble and is something of a connection that may play into the elven lands.
It's very
Yes.
very strange. Why would an elven cult want to take over a random castle?
Yes, before we leave here, maybe if we could see what was in this journal they left behind.
Yes.
Hmm.
Although,
Why
if I
here?
had to speculate, I would suppose this was the weakest castle in the area. That there was nowhere within the Elven Woods that was more vulnerable to this sort of attack than this place.
And
But the journal may yet shed some light.
yes, I
Should this area be? Should
If-
this particular area be vulnerable? I have a option. He hands her the book and trots away, like 3 feet away, and then turns around.
She looks at the book and flips through it and says, I will take. It will take me some time to get through all of this. I will read through it tonight back at camp, and
As we'll be traveling together, why don't you read it on the road tomorrow? I'll be driving, and you'll find yourself with an abundance of free time.
that sounds like a wonderful idea. She tucks the journal under an arm for now, and
Oh, we won't be going anywhere if I don't get a good night's sleep, so I think I might find a bedroom to claim.
that sounds good. The men are taking the bodies out to be burned now. So, I don't know. We did not find the Baron. I do not know what will be done with this castle now. I suppose that's up to the Count. But you all look quite exhausted. You should get some rest. We'll discuss our travel plans in the morning. And Amelia goes off to, see to her army.
All right. Well, this is about where you wanted to get us to.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for running. It was a lot of fun, and hopefully your schedule stabilizes at some point soon, and it'll be easier to plan these things.
Yes. I don't know if I don't know what my work schedule is like. I told them that I wanted to fill in second shifts and things. So I would want to fill in extra shifts if they needed them, but I don't know if they took that as, well, let's just give him all the second shifts now, or not. So I don't actually know if the schedule I worked this week they're intending as my schedule for the rest of the summer or not. I don't know. So I'll find out. If they are, then we'll play again next Thursday. And if they aren't, then I guess we'll default back to next Wednesday. I'll let you know. I'll let you know as soon as I know, which I probably will know Saturday night. But until then, and if we do play again next Thursday, I will try and take a nap in the middle of the day or something, so I'm not super tired by game time. But thank you guys for playing. We're gonna call it here for this week. Next week, you travel back across the Empire to the Archmage and to destroy the true heart of the corpse pile and put its madness officially to an end.
All right. And then we'll have a parade, a fancy dinner party, where most of us get arrested or thrown out. And then once we escape the capital, we'll go on to the other swamp and do the other swamp thing.
Something like that. But yeah. This is the end for now.